Maya Brooks thought her biggest problem was scrubbing champagne stains off marble floors, until the most feared Korean Mafia boss in Los Angeles locked eyes with her across a glittering ballroom and declared, "I'll marry the next woman who walks in." She was just the night janitor with a sick grandmother and overdue rent, but in 3 seconds she became the target every rival family wanted dead. What Maya didn't know was that this dangerous man had been broken by tragedy, and her simple paper crane keychain would unlock secrets that could destroy them both. Because when glass started shattering and laser sights found her chest, Maya realized she wasn't just fighting for her life, she was fighting for a love that could either save them or bury them 6 feet under. The rivals are closing in, the lies are unraveling, and Maya's about to discover that sometimes the most dangerous thing isn't the man who can kill you, it's the man who would die for you. Subscribe and tell me in the comments, have you ever walked into the wrong room and changed your entire destiny? The clock face reads 11:47 p.m. when Maya Brooks pushes her cart past the ballroom doors. Champagne pools near the service entrance where someone dropped a glass. Maya felt tired. Her shoulders ache from 12 hours of emptying trash and mopping floors. "Brooks, you're invisible tonight," the manager says. His voice cuts through the hallway noise. "The charity gala has important people. Stay out of sight." Maya nods. Her throat tightens. She has heard this speech before at 3 different hotels. The paper crane keychain on her cart jingles as she moves. Her phone buzzes. A text from Lila. "Doctor appointment moved to 7 a.m. Love you." Maya's breath catches. The cardiology visit costs $200. Rent is 3 days overdue. Her grandmother's heart medication runs out next week. She pushes the cart toward the service corridor. Laughter flows from behind the ballroom doors. Maya has never seen the Korean man who owns this hotel, only heard whispers about his reach, about what happens to people who cross him. A door slams somewhere in the building. Maya flinches. Her hands shake for 3 seconds. She remembers another hotel, another manager, begging for flexible hours to care for Lila. "You think your problems matter here?" The man had laughed. "You're replaceable." Maya straightens her spine. She steers the cart toward the service door that leads past the ballroom. Inside the ballroom, Han Jae-min watches cameras focus on his table. Crystal chandeliers cast light over 500 guests. Politicians smile. Business leaders applaud. Everyone waits for his next move. "The Kang family brings stability," Councilman Park says. His voice is careful. "A marriage alliance would benefit both organizations." Jaemin's eyes find the Kang table. Sora Kang wears a red dress. Her smile never reaches her eyes. She has been positioned for this conversation, a chess piece moved by uncles and advisors. "I understand the benefits," Jaemin said. His voice was steady. "Marriage requires careful consideration." "Of course," Park said, "though some decisions show strength through swift action." Camera flashes pop. Jaemin feels the weight of expectation. 20 years building this organization. Every choice measured, every alliance calculated, never a moment for his own wants. "I'll marry the next woman who walks in," Jaemin said. His voice was clear, loud enough for nearby tables to hear. A blade-thin smile hides his contempt. The service door creaks open. Maya rolls her cart through the entrance. She keeps her head down. The keychain, shaped like a paper crane, catches the light. Jaemin freezes. His breath stops. The crane keychain spins as Maya moves past a pillar. His daughter had folded paper cranes every morning, small fingers working carefully. For wishes upper, birds carry dreams to the sky. She was 6 when the car bomb meant for him took her instead. Something shifted in his expression. The controlled mask cracks for 1 second. A laser dot skims across Maya's uniform. Jaemin's head snaps up. He sees the red light track from the balcony above. Glass webs across the champagne tower. Crystal shards spray toward the service area. Jaemin yanks Maya behind him. Her cart tips. Bottles crash to the floor. His arm locks around her waist as more glass falls. "Stay down," he said. His voice was sharp. Minho moves through the crowd. No panic, no shouts. Guests think a waiter dropped a tray. Security guides people toward exits with calm efficiency. "I'm fine," Maya said. Her heart hammers against her ribs. "I need to clean this up. I need my job." "You're bleeding." Maya looks at her palm. A thin cut runs across her thumb. Red droplets stain her uniform. Her knees shake. She wants to run, to disappear, to not be the center of this chaos. "I have to go," she said. "My grandmother is waiting." "No," Jamie's voice was firm. "You're my fiancé now. That protects you." "What?" Maya's voice rises. "I don't know you. I just clean here. The announcement is made. Cameras recorded everything. It's done." Maya felt fury and fear fight in her chest. She wants to argue, to tell him he cannot claim her life, but his body shields her from falling glass. His hand guides her away from the sharp pieces. Minho appears beside them. "Car is ready, sir." "I won't go anywhere with you," Maya said. Her voice was desperate. "This is insane." "Someone tried to kill you," Jamin said. His eyes find hers. "That laser sight was on your chest, not mine." The elevator doors open. Maya sees her reflection, eyes wide with shock, uniform torn at the shoulder, blood on her palm. Jamin stands beside her, his expression unreadable. The doors seal shut. The elevator climbs. Maya's breath catches. Everything in her life just changed. She does not know if it means safety or prison. The penthouse spreads across the 42nd floor. City lights stretch to the mountains. Maya sits on a white leather sofa. Her cart is 40 floors below. Her time card is forgotten. Her world is spinning. Madam Cho appears with a first aid kit. The older Korean woman works in silence. She cleans Maya's palm, applies antiseptic, wraps the cut with gentle efficiency. "You need food," Madam Cho said. Her English is accented but clear. "Tea helps shock." "I have to leave," Maya said. "My grandmother has a doctor appointment at 7. She needs her morning pills." "Min-ho will drive you," Jae-min said. He stands near windows that reach the ceiling. "After we review security footage, I need to call work. Explain what happened." Jae-min turns. His eyes focus on her face. Maya sees exhaustion there, carefully controlled pain. This man carries weight she cannot understand. "The hotel will receive an explanation. Your job is safe." Something about his certainty scares her. The way he speaks like his word changes reality. Maya has never had that power. She has begged for shifts, negotiated payment plans, lived careful and small. She notices a picture frame on the side table. The corner sits crooked. Without thinking, Maya reaches over and straightens it. Her fingers brush the silver edge. Jae-min goes very still. His voice was quiet. "Don't touch that." Maya pulls her hand back. "Sorry, I just—" "One night," he said. His voice was controlled again. "Tomorrow we assess the threat. Then you leave if you choose." Maya's phone buzzes. A text from her manager. "Heard about the incident. We'll discuss your conduct tomorrow." Her stomach drops. Conduct. As if being shot at was her fault, as if she chose to be in the wrong place. Maya felt scared, not of Jae-min, of losing everything she has fought to build. Maya wakes to sunlight streaming through floor-to-ceiling windows. The guest room is larger than her studio apartment. Egyptian cotton sheets, a bathroom with heated floors, luxury she has only cleaned, never experienced. Her phone rings. The hotel manager's voice is cold. "Ms. Brooks, due to the disturbance last evening, you're suspended pending review. We cannot have staff creating scenes during private events." "I didn't create anything," Maya said. Her voice was desperate. "Someone shot at me. The hotel's reputation is paramount. We'll call when we've decided your future here." The line goes dead. Maya stares at her phone. 16 months at that job. Clean record, perfect attendance. None of it matters. She is expendable, always has been. A soft knock on the door. "Maya?" Jamin's voice is different. Less command, more question. "Come in." He enters carrying a coffee mug. Steam curls from dark liquid. He sets it on the nightstand. His movements are careful, respectful. "My team reviewed the footage. The shot came from Kang Dae-hyun's driver. He positioned on the balcony before the announcement. Why would anyone want to hurt me? I'm nobody. You became somebody when I spoke." Jae-min sits in the chair across from the bed. "I made you a target." Maya studies his face. Guilt lives in the lines around his eyes. This man blames himself for things beyond his control. She recognizes the expression, sees it in her mirror when Lila coughs at night. "I need to take my grandmother to the clinic," Maya said. "Can Minho really drive us?" "Of course." Jae-min pulls keys from his pocket. "Though I should warn you." "What?" "Your apartment building was watched last night. Kang's people are thorough." Maya felt fear spike in her chest. Not for herself, for Lila, her grandmother who raised her, who taught her to fold paper cranes, who still waits for Maya to come home every night. At the clinic entrance, a brick sits on the sidewalk, white paper wrapped around it with rubber bands. Maya's hands shake as she unfolds the note. Block letters in black ink. "End the farce." "They know where Lila lives," Maya said. She paces the penthouse living room. Her voice was tight with panic. They know her routine, her medications, everything. Jae-min speaks quietly into his phone. Korean words Maya does not understand. Min-ho nods and disappears down the hall. Orders are given. Protection arranged. Sit, Madam Cho said. She guides Maya to the breakfast table. Food helps thinking. Lila sits across from Maya. Her grandmother's eyes are sharp despite her frail hands. 72 years old. Heart condition. The strongest woman Maya has ever known. This young man speaks politely, Lila said. Her voice carries authority. He calls you by name, not miss or girl. That means respect. Grandma, this is temporary, a mistake. I'm not marrying anyone. Lila sips tea from a porcelain cup. Mistakes do not require bodyguards. Jae-min returns to the room. He sits at the table. His presence changes the air, commands attention without demanding it. Maya watches how he positions himself, close enough to protect, far enough to allow choice. The public vow creates obligation, he said. His voice was steady. Kang cannot move openly while cameras watch, but privately he will escalate. I want out, Maya said. I want my life back. What life? His question is gentle, not cruel. The job that suspended you, the apartment they watch, the safety you have never had. Maya felt angry because his words are true. She has never been safe, never had power, never mattered to anyone except Lila. Always cleaning other people's messes. Always invisible until she becomes inconvenient. I can handle my own problems. Can you handle theirs? Jae-min gestures toward the windows. Kang has 20 men, money, connections, the ability to make you disappear. Lila's teacup rattles against the saucer. A small sound. Maya's attention snaps to her grandmother. The older woman's hand shakes. Her breathing seems labored. Something shifted in Maya's chest. Fear for Lila outweighs pride, outweighs independence, outweighs everything except love. 7 days, Maya said. Her voice was quiet. Give me 7 days to figure this out. Then I'm gone. 7 days, Jae-min agreed. That night, Maya sits in the guest room. She whispers to herself, a promise, a deadline, a prayer she has the strength to keep her word. The bakery on Western Avenue serves the best Korean pastries in Koreatown. Maya insists on walking inside alone, on paying for one sweet roll with her own money, on proving she exists outside his protection. Cameras flash. Someone shouts questions in Korean and English. Maya keeps her chin up, her hand steady as she counts bills. The elderly Korean woman behind the counter smiles and adds an extra pastry to the bag. For the nice man, she said in accented English. She nods toward Jae-min, who waits near the door. Outside, paparazzi capture Maya's small smile as she shares the pastry. The internet will spin stories. Fairy tales about the boss and his mysterious fiancée. None of them true, all of them easier than reality. Jae-min walks beside her, silent, but he holds doors, positions himself between Maya and traffic, steps closer when men with cameras get too aggressive. His protection feels different from control, respectful instead of possessive. You didn't have to pay, he said as they reached the car. I wanted to. I'm not your possession. No, you're not. Something in his voice makes her look at him. His eyes are serious, tired. Maya realizes this arrangement costs him too. Energy, time, whatever plans he had for his life. Back at the penthouse, Maya notices the picture frame again. Still crooked, still carefully avoided. Jae-min sees her glance but says nothing, does not move to straighten it this time. Respect begins to feel different from control. Maya felt something shift in her chest. Not trust, not yet, but the possibility of it. Evening settles over the city. Maya sits in the living room with a book from Jae-min's shelf. Classic Korean literature translated to English. The pages smell like vanilla and age. Comfortable weight in her hands. The picture frame catches light from a table lamp. Maya sees it clearly now. The corner tilted, edge nudging something behind the glass. A child's drawing, stick figures, paper birds. She loved folding cranes, Jae-min said. His voice was quiet. He stands in the doorway. Maya has not heard him approach. She? My daughter, Soo-jin. She was 6. Jae-min moves to the windows. His reflection wavers in the glass. Maya sees his shoulders tense, his hands still at his sides. This man who commands armies cannot speak his child's name without breaking. The car bomb was meant for me, he said. I was running late, she was early. Wrong place, wrong time, because of choices I made. Maya's breath catches. She understands now. The control, the careful protection, the way he shields others from consequences that follow him. "The vow tonight," she said. "It wasn't about Kang. It was about throwing yourself in front of another bullet. Maybe. That's not how healing works. You can't save everyone to save her." Jamin turns from the window. His eyes find hers. Maya sees grief there, fresh as yesterday, heavy as gravity. This man has been drowning for years, using duty and distance to keep breathing. "Some people are worth saving," he said. His voice was careful. "You straightened the frame. No one touches that frame." "Why?" "Because it might fall. Because I might lose the last piece of her." Maya felt recognition in her chest, the same fear that grips her when Lila coughs, when bills pile up, when the world feels too big and she feels too small to protect what matters. "I understand," she said. Her voice was soft. Jamin's phone buzzes. A security alert. His expression hardens. Professional mask sliding back into place. Maya watches the transformation. Vulnerable man becoming dangerous leader in 3 seconds. "Kang's driver was seen near your old apartment," he said. "The threat is escalating." The guest room feels smaller on the 3rd morning. Maya folds her uniform with careful precision. 2 changes of clothes. A phone charger. Her grandmother's pill organizer. Everything that matters fits in one grocery bag. "The situation requires extended protection," Jamin says. He stands in the doorway. His voice was formal, business tone returning after last night's vulnerability. "Define extended. Until Kang accepts the engagement is permanent, or until he moves against us directly." Maya felt trapped. The word sits heavy in her chest. She has spent her life avoiding dependence, working double shifts, saving every dollar, building walls around her small world to keep it safe. "I can't live here indefinitely. Lila needs her routine, her own space." Minho appears behind Jamin, tablet in hand, security briefings and logistics. Maya sees charts, photos, maps with red circles marking threat zones. Her life reduced to tactical planning. "Ma'am," Minho said. His voice was respectful. "Your grandmother's building has security vulnerabilities, rear entrance, parking garage, multiple access points." "It's her home," Maya said. Her voice was sharp. "She's lived there 40 years. We can make her home secure," Jamin said. His voice was careful. "Round-the-clock protection, surveillance upgrades, medical monitoring." Maya's breath catches. The offer sounds reasonable, generous. It also sounds permanent. A golden cage built around Lila's independence, around her own choices. "What if I refuse?" "Then you refuse, but Kang's patience has limits." The silence stretched between them. Maya sees concern in Jamin's eyes. Not manipulation. Genuine fear for her safety. Fear she recognizes because it mirrors her own. "1 week," she said. Her voice was quiet. "Then we reassess." 1 week, he agreed. Maya's neighborhood spreads below them as Minho parks outside the community center. Grocery stores with hand-painted signs. A laundromat where Mrs. Kim gives credit to struggling families. The taco truck where Carlos remembers everyone's order. "You don't have to come in," Maya said. She looks at Jamin in the back seat. "This place isn't for people in $1,000 suits. I want to understand where you come from." Maya felt defensive, protective of this world she has built from nothing. These people who know her story, who helped when Lila was hospitalized last year, who matter more than money or power. Inside, children play basketball on a court with peeling paint. Teenagers study at plastic tables. Elderly men play dominoes near windows that need washing. Real life happening in imperfect spaces. "Maya," Carlos waves from behind the food counter. "Where you been, Mija?" "Lila asking about you." "Working." "You know how it is." Carlos glances at Jamin, takes in the expensive clothes, the way Minho positions himself near exits. His expression grows cautious, protective. "This your boyfriend?" "It's complicated," Maya said. She watches Jamin observe the room. His eyes catalogue details. Emergency exits, potential threats, but also children's artwork on walls. A donation jar for the Martinez family. Photos of community events spanning decades. An elderly woman approaches their table. "Mrs. Rodriguez from apartment 3B. She speaks rapid Spanish to Maya. Gestures toward Jamin with curiosity and concern. "She's asking if you're safe," Maya translates. "If this man is treating you well." "Tell her yes," Jamin said. His voice was quiet. "Tell her I would die before letting harm reach you." Maya felt something shift in her chest. Not just the words. the way he says them, without performance, without calculation. Simple truth offered to a stranger who matters to Maya. Mrs. Rodriguez studies Jamine's face, nods once, pats Maya's hand and returns to her friends. The community's approval granted with careful consideration. They love you here, Jamine said. They know I show up. That matters more than money. Yes, it does. Something in his voice makes Maya look at him. His expression is different, softer. She realizes this man has never been loved for simply showing up, only for what he provides, what he conquers, what he controls. Back at the penthouse, boundaries become negotiations. Maya refuses a bodyguard in the bathroom hallway. Minho adjusts protocols, respect over rigid security, choices within safety parameters. You need a second phone, Jamin said. He slides a device across the breakfast table. Encrypted, direct line to my team. I have a phone. One they can trace, track, use against you. Maya picks up the new phone. Sleek, expensive. Another thread binding her to his world, but also protection. A lifeline if everything falls apart. Elevator access codes, Minho said. He hands her a card. Your fingerprint is programmed. Press 7 twice for emergency lockdown. What about Lila? She has the same access. Her medical needs are priority 1. Maya felt surprised by their thoroughness. These men who live in violence thinking about her grandmother's comfort, planning around doctor appointments and medication schedules. I wash my own clothes, Maya said. She looks at Madame Cho, who stands near the laundry room. I don't need a service. Of course, Madame Cho said. Her voice was understanding. Independence is important. I show you the machines. The small negotiations matter. Maya chooses which concessions to make, which lines to defend. Jamin never pushes, never demands surrender. He offers options and waits for her decisions. Calendar reminder. Maya's phone chimes. Lila's follow-up appointment. 7 a.m. Minho will drive, Jamin said. I can take the bus. Not anymore, not while Kang watches. Maya felt the walls closing in. Every normal activity requiring escorts. Every choice filtered through security concerns. Freedom measured in what someone else allows. This isn't sustainable, she said. No, it isn't. His honesty surprises her. Most men would promise easy solutions, quick fixes. Jamin acknowledges the cost of his protection, the price of his world touching hers. Maya wakes to the house's rhythm, guard rotations at dawn, Minho's quiet briefings in the kitchen, Madame Cho's breakfast ritual with precise timing, Jamin's silhouette against windows as he reads reports and drinks coffee. She learns the code of loyalty, men who stand so others can sit, who watch doors so families can sleep, who carry violence so children can fold paper cranes in safety. The machinery is brutal, but it serves something beautiful. How long have you worked for him? Maya asks Minho. They sit in the security office reviewing footage from the night before. 15 years, since before Sujin was born. You knew his daughter. Minho's hands still on the keyboard. His voice was quiet. She called me Uncle Min, asked me to teach her taekwondo forms, said she wanted to protect her father. Maya felt sadness grip her throat. A child who loved her father enough to learn fighting. A man who lost the only person who saw him as just Appa. Not boss, not leader, just a father who came home tired. He blames himself, Maya said. Yes, he does. Do you? Minho considers the question. His answer comes slowly. I blame the men who planted the bomb, the ones who target children to hurt parents. Boss blames himself because love requires someone to carry guilt. Maya understands. She has carried guilt for every night Lila went to bed worried, every bill that stretched too long, every choice that risked the only family she has left. Lila needs fresh air, Maya said. Can we walk to the clinic together? Yes, but with adjustments. What kind of adjustments? The kind that keep grandmothers safe. Lila falters on the curb outside the medical building. Her hand grips Maya's arm, balance uncertain on uneven concrete. Without thinking, Jamin offers his other arm. Steady support, patient strength. Lila takes it with a small, queenly nod, as if accepting help from a grandson. Natural, comfortable. The bridge forms between them while Maya watches. Madame Cho's soup is too salty, Lila said. Her voice carries gentle humor. Tell her my blood pressure cannot handle Korean cooking. I will suggest she reduce the sodium, Jamin said. His voice was serious. Health comes first. Good boy. Maya, you found a man who listens to old women. Keep him. Maya pretends not to hear, but warmth spreads through her chest. Lila's approval matters more than anything. Her grandmother judges people by their actions, their patience with frailty, their willingness to slow down for age. A familiar car idles across the street, black sedan, tinted windows. Minho appears beside them without sound. His body angles to block the line of sight. "Time to go inside," he said. His voice was calm, professional. Lila notices the change. The way Jaemin's hand tightens on her arm. How Minho scans windows and rooftops. She does not ask questions, just moves faster toward the clinic entrance. "Someone's watching," Maya said. "Always," Jaemin said. His voice was quiet. "But now they're getting bold. Back home, the walls feel closer." Maya sits beside Lila's bed as her grandmother naps. Afternoon light streams through heavy curtains. Security cameras blink red in the corners. Safety and surveillance blurred into the same thing. "She trusts you," Maya said. She finds Jaemin in his office. Papers spread across the desk. Business that continues despite personal chaos. "She raised you, that makes her family. To you? To me." Maya felt something crack open in her chest. Not just protection, not just duty. This man who has lost everything treats her grandmother with genuine care, gentle touches, patient conversation, love without conditions. "Tell me about Sujin," she said. Her voice was soft. Jaemin's pen stills, his shoulders tense. Maya has learned to recognize the signs. Grief rising to the surface, control fighting vulnerability. She was 6 years old, loved school, hated vegetables, drew pictures of birds flying to grandmother's house in Busan. What else? She had your eyes, determined, fearless. She wanted to learn everything, be everything, change the world with crayons and construction paper. Jaemin opens a desk drawer, pulls out a child's sketch, paper birds in blue crayon, stick figures holding hands under a yellow sun, love drawn in wobbly lines. "I kept this as penance," he said. His voice was rough. "Reminder of what my choices cost, what I failed to protect." Maya studies the drawing, sees joy in the simple shapes. A child's belief that the world is good, that families stay together, that fathers come home safely. "She drew you holding hands," Maya said. "She felt safe with you, until she wasn't. The bomb wasn't your choice, it was theirs. I made enemies, created danger, brought violence into her world." Maya felt recognition flood her chest. The same guilt that grips her when Lila struggles, when money runs short, when love feels heavy with responsibility. "I used to beg for flexible hours," Maya said. Her voice was quiet. "So I could drive Lila to appointments, take her to physical therapy, be home when she was scared." What happened? They laughed, said my problems didn't matter, that I was replaceable. I learned to stop asking, to manage everything alone, to never need anything from anyone. That's not living, that's surviving. Same thing where I come from. Jaemin sets the drawing on the desk between them. Two people who have learned to carry everything alone, to protect others by accepting isolation, to love by keeping distance. "I built walls no one could scale," he said. His voice was careful. "Believed I didn't deserve softness, that wanting anything beyond duty was selfish." Was it? I don't know anymore. Something shifted in his expression, the careful control cracking. Maya sees the man underneath, tired, lonely, afraid of wanting things he cannot guarantee. Maya's phone buzzes. Private number. No caller ID. She answers on the third ring. Silence. Breathing. Then the line goes dead. Her hands shake as she sets the phone down. It rings again immediately. Same number, same silence, same fear crawling up her spine. "Block the number," Jaemin said. "What if it's Lila's doctor? The clinic, someone important?" Important people don't call and hang up twice. But the doubt lives in Maya's chest. The fear that blocking the wrong number means missing something vital, a summons she cannot ignore, a threat she needs to hear. Sora Kang waits outside the medical building, designer clothes, perfect makeup, nervous energy hidden behind careful smiles. She intercepts Maya near the entrance. 5 minutes, Sora said. Her voice was urgent. "Please." Maya looks around. Minho is positioned near the car. Jaemin handles insurance paperwork inside. No immediate backup. No clear escape route. "What do you want?" "To help you." Sora's eyes dart to the building. "To help him. Before this goes too far." "Help how?" "Leave. Take money. Disappear. Let me marry him instead." Maya felt anger spike in her chest. This woman treating her engagement as negotiable, as if Maya's choices are commodities to be traded. I'm not for sale. Everyone's for sale. It's just a matter of price. Not me. Sora's careful mask slips. Desperation shows through the cracks. Maya realizes this woman is as trapped as anyone, a bargaining chip with agency only in choosing her cage. You don't understand what you're refusing, Sora said. Her voice was desperate. I was raised to be traded, trained for this marriage. It's all I know how to be. Then learn something else. I can't. My family has debts, obligations. If I don't marry him, they suffer. Maya felt pity and fear fight in her chest. Pity for a woman with no real choices. Fear that accepting Sora's offer means abandoning Jae-min to a marriage built on transaction, not love. I won't run, Maya said. Her voice was firm. Then you'll die. My uncle doesn't lose gracefully. Neither do I. Sora's breath catches. Something in Maya's tone reaches her. Recognition between women who have learned to fight for survival, to protect what matters regardless of cost. He cares about you, Sora said. Her voice was quiet. I see it in how he looks at you, how he changed his whole life in 3 days. I've never seen him care about anything except duty. Is that why you want to marry him? No. I want to marry him because the alternative is worse. Maya understands. Sometimes choices aren't between good and bad. Sometimes they're between bad and worse, between survival and destruction, between cages that protect and cages that kill. That evening, a brick crashes through Lila's bedroom window. Glass sprays across the hardwood floor, white paper wrapped around concrete, black ink spelling out threats. 7 days end early. 2 bikers block Maya's path near the pharmacy. Leather jackets, blank expressions, hands positioned for quick access to weapons. Maya's heart hammers against her ribs. Walk away, the first one said. His voice was flat. Easy money says you disappear. I'm not going anywhere. Wrong answer. The second biker shoves Maya against the brick wall. Her shoulder scrapes concrete. Keys scatter across the sidewalk. Fear floods her system, but she fights back. Knee to groin, elbow to ribs. Everything Lila taught her about staying alive. Minho rounds the corner. His movement is fluid, controlled. The first biker reaches for a knife. Minho disarms him in 2 moves. Wrist lock, pressure point. The weapon clatters to concrete. Talk, Minho said. His voice was calm. Night market, tomorrow, 8 p.m. The girl comes alone or the old lady dies. Jaemin arrives as sirens wail in the distance. His eyes scan Maya for injuries. His hands shake as he checks her scraped shoulder. Rage and relief fighting for control. Are you hurt? I'm fine, just scared. They named a rendezvous, Minho said. Night market, tomorrow night. A snatch is planned. Jaemin's expression goes cold, professional. The man who cared becomes the boss who calculates. Maya sees the transformation, watches him build walls around vulnerability. Running won't be enough, he said. His voice was steady. We need strategy. What kind of strategy? Relocation, until we end this permanently. Maya felt the last pieces of her normal life crumbling. No apartment, no job, no independence, just protection that feels more like prison with every passing hour. Where? Secure property, hilltop location, multiple escape routes. I won't go without Lila and Madame Cho. They come too. Everyone who matters. Maya's breath catches. Everyone who matters. Such simple words, but they mean Jae-min includes her family in his protection, her chosen people in his safety, not just duty, care. How long? Until Kang accepts defeat, or until we make him accept it. Maya looks at the broken glass, the scattered keys, the evidence of escalation. Running will not be enough anymore. Strategy is needed, and strategy requires choosing sides. Okay, she said. Her voice was quiet. We go. Something shifted in Jae-min's expression. Relief, gratitude, the weight of her trust settling on his shoulders. Maya realizes she has just agreed to more than relocation. She has agreed to his world, his rules, his war. The silence stretched between them. 2 people who have learned to survive alone now choosing to survive together, not knowing if partnership means salvation or destruction, but knowing that running out of time means running out of choices. The hilltop property spreads across 3 acres of terraced gardens. Dawn fog curls over stone courtyards. Security cameras hide among flowering trees. A fortress disguised as a sanctuary. Maya unpacks her grocery bag in the guest suite. 2 uniforms, 3 changes of clothes. Everything she owns fits in 1 bedroom. The space feels temporary, borrowed, safe, but not home. The kitchen is fully stocked, Madame Cho said. She appears in the doorway with fresh towels. Mr. Han thought you might want to cook for your grandmother. He thought about that. He thinks about everything that matters to you. Maya felt something warm spread through her chest. Not just protection, consideration. This man who commands armies remembers that Lila prefers her eggs scrambled soft, that Maya finds comfort in simple tasks. Through the windows, she watches Jamin in the courtyard. He has removed his suit jacket, sleeves rolled up, sweat dampening his shirt as he practices forms with precise control. Dangerous grace made beautiful by discipline. Attraction wars with fear in Maya's chest. The way his body moves, the focus in his eyes. Power and violence contained in elegant motion. She has never wanted someone who could destroy her so easily. He catches her watching, his movements still. Their eyes meet through glass. Something passes between them. Recognition, desire. The acknowledgement that forced proximity is becoming chosen intimacy. Maya pulls back from the window. Her breath catches. She promises herself she will leave if control returns to coercion, if protection becomes possession, if safety becomes another kind of prison. But when Jamin appears at her door an hour later, he does not enter without invitation, does not assume access to her space. He asks permission with his posture, waits for her consent. "Come in," she said. Domestic threads weave tighter with each passing day. Shared breakfasts where Madame Cho serves perfectly soft eggs, and Lila teases Minho about his uneven pancakes. Coffee that appears at Maya's elbow without request. Hallway lights left on because Jamin noticed she startles in darkness. Maya ties Jamin's tie with steady fingers, a small intimacy that feels larger than it should. Her hands brush his collar. His breath catches. Neither speaks about the tension building between them. "Panic attacks," Maya said. "They sit in the library while rain drums against windows. When I was 16, after my parents died, Lila taught me breathing exercises." "Show me." Maya demonstrates the technique. 4 counts in, hold for 4, 4 counts out. Simple rhythm that pulls the mind from chaos. Jamin listens instead of trying to fix, learns instead of teaching. "I used to count to 10 before making decisions," he said. His voice was quiet. "After Sujin. To ensure anger didn't drive strategy. Grief didn't compromise judgment. Does it work? Sometimes when the count reaches 10. Maya understands. Sometimes breathing exercises fail. Sometimes counting isn't enough. Sometimes survival requires accepting that control is illusion, that safety is choice, that love is risk. The perimeter alarm blinks red. Motion detected near the eastern gate. Minho appears with a tablet showing thermal imaging. 2 figures retreating through trees. Watching, learning, planning. "They're getting bold," Maya said. "Yes, they are." Jamin's voice was calm, but his hands tighten into fists. Maya sees rage barely contained, the violence he carries to protect what matters, power that serves love instead of ego. A drone camera hovers outside the kitchen window. Mechanical insect buzzing against glass. Maya ducks instinctively. Minho moves to block the view. The drone zips away into morning sky. Trust grows through small gestures. But surveillance reminds them that safety is temporary, that enemies adapt, that love makes people vulnerable in ways control cannot fix. The night market on Spring Street buzzes with vendors and families. Maya volunteers here monthly, helps serve free meals to anyone hungry, connects people with resources, builds community one conversation at a time. Her phone buzzes. Text message from unknown number. "Clinic needs you urgently." Lila's results. Back alley entrance for privacy. Maya's blood turns cold. She shows Jamin the message. His expression hardens. Professional mask sliding into place. The boss calculating threats while the man who loves her fights panic. "It's a trap," he said. "What if it's real? What if something's wrong with Lila? We verify first through proper channels." But Maya's phone rings before he can make calls. Lila's voice strained and frightened. "Maya, baby, the doctor says I need to come in. Something about my heart." "They're sending a car." The line goes dead. Maya's hands shake. Fear overrides caution. Logic disappears behind love. She has to go, has to know Lila is safe, has to choose her grandmother over her own protection. "I'm coming with you," Jamin said. "No." They said alone. If they see you, they might hurt her. "Maya, I can't lose her. She's all I have." Maya runs toward the service alley before anyone can stop her. Her feet pound concrete. Her heart hammers against her ribs. Every instinct screams danger, but love drowns out reason. The van door slides open. Hands grab her arms. A cloth covers her mouth. Chemical smell floods her nostrils. Maya fights, but her vision blurs. Her knees buckle. She chooses to resist even before rescue arrives. Kicks the van's rear latch, scratches her attacker's face, drops her phone so it skitters under a food stall and leaves a trail. The van door slams shut. Engine roars to life. Maya's world goes dark, but her spirit stays bright. She will not surrender, will not break, will not let fear win. Jamin moves with clean brutality. Van door yanked open with inhuman strength. Driver's wrist locked and twisted until bones crack. Passenger pinned against concrete with controlled violence that speaks louder than threats. Maya watches through fading chemical haze, sees power unleashed in her defense, violence that reads as devotion, protection that costs nothing from her but everything from those who threaten what he loves. "Where's Kang?" Jamin's voice was deadly calm. "Safe house," the driver gasps. "Olympic Boulevard, above the restaurant. Backup locations?" "2 others. But he's there tonight, planning your funeral." Minho appears with zip ties and emergency medical kit. Professional efficiency cleaning up amateur mistakes. Maya realizes these men have done this before, that Jamin's protection extends beyond her to countless others. Jamin wraps his jacket around Maya's shoulders. The fabric smells like his cologne. Cedar and rain, safety in clothing, armor made of care. "Are you hurt?" His hands shake as he checks her pulse. "I'm okay, just scared. You fought before I arrived. You chose to resist. I learned from the best grandmother in the world." Maya sees something shift in his expression. Pride, admiration, love breaking through control like sunrise through storm clouds. This man who saves everyone, finally seeing someone save herself. Police sirens wail closer. Minho gestures them toward a different street. Protocol and discretion guiding their exit. Justice served without courtrooms. Problems solved without publicity. Back at the hilltop property, Maya shakes through a hot shower. Steam and soap wash away chemical residue. Fear swirls down the drain, but trauma lives in her muscles, in the way her hands tremble when she reaches for towel. Madame Cho sits outside the bathroom door, humming Korean lullabies, presence without intrusion, comfort without crowding. The older woman understands that healing requires witnessing, that safety needs to be felt, not just spoken. Maya opens the bathroom door, steps into the hallway wearing borrowed pajamas. Jamin waits against the far wall. His face is pale. His hands shake against his sides. "I promised myself I wouldn't be the storm that breaks you," he said. His voice was rough with unshed tears. "You're not the storm. You're the shelter." Maya moves into his arms on her own terms. Not because she needs saving, because she chooses connection, because love is risk and she is tired of playing safe. His embrace is careful, reverent, hands that can kill, cradling her like precious glass. Maya feels his heartbeat against her cheek, rapid rhythm that matches her own. "I was terrified," he whispered, "when I couldn't find you. But you did find me. What if I hadn't? Then I would have kept fighting until you did." Something breaks open in his chest. Relief, gratitude, the weight of her trust settling into his bones. Maya realizes this man has never been loved for his flaws, only despite them. She chooses to love him because of them. Lila clears her throat from the hallway, amused and teary, grandmother wisdom recognizing true love when she sees it. "About time," she said. Her voice was gentle. "Old women don't live forever. I want to see grandchildren." Morning light streams through kitchen windows. Maya chooses to stay and care for him openly. She changes the bandage on his knuckles, makes him eat breakfast, sets new house rules they draft together at the dining table. "No more using women as shields," she said. Her voice was firm. "No more marriage alliances. No more trading people like contracts." "Agreed. And I keep a guard when I travel with Leela, but only guards who ask permission, not give orders. Minho can train new protocols. Partnership, not performance. Partnership," Jamin agreed. His voice was steady. "Equal voice in decisions that affect us." Maya felt power in making demands, in setting terms, in being heard instead of protected. This man who commands armies lets her command their relationship, strength serving love instead of ego. "Press conference," she said. "This afternoon we end the game publicly. That makes us vulnerable. We're already vulnerable. Love does that, but we're vulnerable together." Something shifted in his expression, fear giving way to courage. Isolation transforming into partnership, two people who have learned to survive alone choosing to live together. A calendar reminder chimes. The press conference is scheduled for 3 p.m. Cameras and questions. Public declaration that will reshape both their lives. Maya's hands shake, but her voice stays steady. "Ready?" she asked. "With you?" "Yes." The hotel ballroom where everything began now hosts their declaration. Cameras flash. Reporters shout questions in Korean and English. Maya stands beside Jaemin wearing a simple blue dress. Chin up, spine straight. Equal partner instead of protected possession. "I will not trade women like contracts," Jaemin said. His voice carries across the room, clear, final. "The alliance with the Kang family is ended." "What about your organization's stability?" a reporter calls. "Stability built on suffering is not strength. It's cowardice." Maya's breath catches. This man renouncing everything he was taught about power. Choosing love over legacy, partnership over politics. Her heart hammers with pride and fear. "Ms. Brooks," another reporter shouts, "are you prepared for the consequences of this decision?" "I'm prepared to face them together," Maya said. Her voice was steady. "That's what partnership means." Camera flashes pop. Maya sees their reflection in the ballroom mirrors. Two people who found each other in crisis, who chose connection over safety, who built love strong enough to withstand scrutiny. "One final statement," Jaemin said. He turns toward Maya. His eyes find hers. "I will protect Maya and Lila as my family. Without cost or claim, they do not grant." His palm warms against hers. Fingers laced together, united front against whatever comes next. Maya feels the weight of his commitment, the strength of choosing each other. The press conference ends. They walk toward the exit together. Maya notices the service door where she first entered his world, where everything changed with one accidental encounter. In the car, Jaemin places something in her palm, the paper crane keychain from her cart. Bent but not broken, damaged but still beautiful, hope made tangible in folded paper. "For wishes," he said. His voice was soft. "Birds carry dreams to the sky." Maya's breath catches. Sujin's words spoken with reverence. Memory transformed from penance into blessing. Love that transcends loss and builds future from past. She hooks the keychain onto her new house keys. Symbol of belonging, of choice, of dreams finally taking flight. 6 months later, Maya wakes to sunlight streaming through bedroom windows. Not guest room windows, not temporary space. Her bedroom in their home. Sheets that smell like both of them. Space claimed and shared. Laughter echoes from the kitchen downstairs. Lila's voice teaching Minho to flip pancakes. Madame Cho correcting technique with patient instruction. Family sounds filling a house built for love instead of fear. Maya finds Jaemin at the breakfast table. He wears a simple white shirt. No suit, no armor. Just a man drinking coffee and reading news on his tablet. Peaceful in ways she never thought possible. "Good morning," she said. "Good morning, beautiful." Their routine is simple now. Coffee shared in comfortable silence. Plans made for ordinary days. Maya volunteers at the community center. Jaemin runs legitimate businesses. They build life around love instead of survival. A framed photo sits on the kitchen shelf. The three of them at the bakery. Lila grinning, Maya laughing. Jaemin almost smiling. Proof that happiness can bloom in impossible soil. The doorbell rings. Maya tenses for half a second. Old reflexes dying hard. But the sound brings friends now, not threats. Mrs. Rodriguez with homemade tamales. Carlos with leftover produce. Community that crosses class lines and cultural boundaries. "I'll get it," Madame Cho calls. She wipes her hands on a dish towel, moves toward the front door with easy confidence. No security protocols, no threat assessments. Just normal life happening in normal time. Minho serves pancakes with careful precision. His technique has improved. Lila's patient instruction paying off in golden circles and even cooking. Simple domestic scene that would have been impossible 6 months ago. "Maya," Lila said. Her voice carries gentle humor. "This boy needs a wife. Teach him to cook for himself." "I'm working on it, Grandma." "Work faster. I want great-grandchildren before I'm too old to spoil them." Maya felt warmth spread through her chest. The casual assumption of future, of family expanding, of love creating more love instead of ending in loss. Jaemin's hand finds hers across the table, fingers intertwining without thought, connection that requires no effort, no negotiation, no protection, just choice made new each day. "What are you thinking about?" he asked. "This, us? How strange normal feels after everything. Good strange or bad strange?" Perfect strange. They move around each other in the kitchen with practiced ease. Small touches, shared glances, domestic choreography that speaks louder than words. Maya hooks the paper crane keychain onto her purse, symbol of dreams that learn to fly. The house holds laughter instead of alarms. Safety built on love instead of fear. Gentleness stronger than violence. Family chosen and claimed and protected. Maya looks at Jamin arranging flowers in a crystal vase, his hands gentle with delicate stems. The same hands that can break bones now nurturing beauty, power transformed by purpose. She sees Lila teaching Minho card tricks, Madame Cho humming while she washes dishes, friends arriving with gifts and stories, life happening in all its messy, ordinary glory. The paper crane keychain catches morning light. Folded hope made real through courage, through choice, through love that refused to surrender to fear. Maya takes Jamin's hand, leads him toward the back door. They step into the garden where flowers bloom and birds sing, where security cameras hide among roses but no longer define their world. "We did it," she said. Her voice was soft with wonder. "We actually made it. We did. No regrets. None. You." Maya considers the question, thinks about her old apartment, her cleaning job, her small, careful life built around survival, then looks at this man, this home, this family they have created from choice and courage. "None," she said. "Not one." Jamin's smile is real, unguarded, beautiful in ways his controlled expressions never were. Maya rises on her toes, kisses him softly, promise and gratitude mixed with morning sweetness. When they part, she sees future in his eyes. Marriage, children, years of ordinary mornings, and extraordinary love. Dreams that once seemed impossible now feel inevitable. "Come on," she said. "Let's go home." They walk back toward the house where Lila waits with stories, where Minho practices pancake flips, where Madame Cho sets the table for friends and family, where love lives in small moments and daily choices. Maya pauses at the threshold, looks back at the garden, at the view of the city below, at the life they have built from ashes and hope. She hooks the paper crane keychain on the new set of keys. House keys, car keys, keys to a life chosen instead of survived, dreams that learn to fly on wings of folded paper and unfolding love. The door closes behind them. Safe, home, together. She looked at him. He smiled. They were finally home.